it's JTwisdom, and hello, lovely people. So today, I wanted to share a recipe of Bliss Beauty Balm, and I call it Bliss because that's what it makes you feel like, and it's really non-petroleum jelly. So it's really, I guess you say, balm, because the consistency is thick, but then when you put it on, you can actually rub it together in your hands, and it makes it just really feels really soft. So I am going to share a recipe of the Bliss Balm non-petroleum jelly, and I made 1 jar, and this is what it looks like. And it's really neat. It's not gonna, yep. So that's what it looks like. And I also made out with the same mixture. You can also make lip balms too. So this is a the lip container that I have, and I'm gonna share. I'm gonna get a little bit out of here so you can see. And I'm going to put some on. And the fragrances that I use and the essential oils that I use, I'll be sharing in momentarily. And in previous batch that I made, I actually made like little lip balm containers. Put them in little lip balm containers. But this, I hope you enjoy it. So here's how to make it. Okay, so to the Bliss Balm, or non-petroleum jelly, is beeswax pellets and olive oil. And then I'll talk later about essential oils and everything that I use. And so what I'm using, I just want to show you here, is they're beeswax pellets. And if you've never seen them before, they're just little pellets. And what's really nice about them is that they're so small that they really make putting them, when you put them on to actually have them heat up, they really take a whole lot less time doing that. I used to try, there had been ingredients in recipes that I've seen where they were using sticks, or you have to just gently cut them really small in small pieces, and that sometimes the pieces aren't uniform, so they do not actually melt all at the same time. And the key is really to not use a lot of heat, because you want to retain all that goodness that's in the beeswax and all that goodness that's in the olive oil. So I'll be measuring 1.5 ounces of beeswax pellets to 1.5 cups of olive oil. So that basically means, like, suppose you would want to make 2 cups, 2 cups. So it would be 2 cups of olive oil to 2 ounces of beeswax. But today I'm using 1.5 ounces of beeswax pellets to 1.5 cups of olive oil. So what I do first is that if you have a handy dandy scale, this is a digital scale. So I really like the digital scale, because it really will tell you automatically what it is. It was not. What I do is I just get a cup, not a cup, but a bowl, and I put the bowl on here. Let's turn this on. Okay, so right now, let's see here. I'll just make sure this is off. So right now, the scale is just going to measure what's in the bowl. It's not going to measure the bowl and the beeswax pellets. So I need 1.5 ounces of beeswax pellets. And there we go. So we have 1.5 ounces of beeswax pellets, and you can see what they look like. They're really nice. And this is so good because it will take so little time in melting this. And I just keep this in. From QVC, we got these lock and lock containers, and they're really nice. So I keep that in there. You want to keep all your ingredients sealed. So I just have Trader Giotto's imported olive oil packed in Italy. So got this from Trader Joe's, and I just need 1.5 cups of olive oil, so I'm packing that up here, putting that in here. All that olive oil goodness. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. Olive oil goodness, yes. And I didn't talk about this, but one of the reasons why I actually wanted to start having products that necessarily, and then wind up making them, that the products doesn't necessarily have petroleum in them, is because I didn't know that petroleum came from certain parts of the tire and all that kind of stuff. And I see petroleum. I remember when I was a little kid, my mother would use like different hair grease or hair oils that actually the whole base of it was petroleum, and it might have a smidgen of olive oil in it. And sometimes I would wonder that the jar would be this big, and it'd be said it's got olive oil in it, and I'm like, well, why is it just $1.99 and it's a 15-ounce thing? So I'm like, why is it so cheap? So, and then sometimes there's certain products that have petroleum in them that are real expensive. But I said, I want to try something different. So now on to the essential oils. First, I want to say that if you're pregnant or if you're sensitive to essential oils or any allergies or anything like that, just want to say a disclaimer, please check with your doctor first, because everyone acts differently towards essential oils. And also realize that you do not have to use any essential oils at all with this Bliss Balm. You can just basically have it unscented if you like. So the choice is yours, but I just wanted to put a disclaimer on to say that if you are thinking you may be allergic to certain essential oils or something, before you go out and buy anything, please check with your doctor first. So now on to essential oils. I got this from Amazon, and it's P&G Trading Floral Collection, and I really like it. It was really reasonable. I think it might have been $12 or $15 or something like that. And you got 6 bottles of essential oil. And the one that I have, it came with lilac, jasmine, freesia, violet, and this one is, let's see what this one is. This one is rose. I would either try to use essential oils that accentuate each other, or I may use one that works well if I wanted to use it by itself. So the choice is yours of really what fragrances that you like. And remember now that this fragrance is going, this fragrance can go with this Bliss Balm, non-petroleum jelly. It can go on your body, your lips, because you can make little lip balms out of them, or have the little containers of lip balm for them. So this will go all, so remember that this is something that you're going to be smelling throughout the day. So like I've used peppermint, I have like lavender. I've used lavender, and I have peppermint oil here. I've used that. I really like that. Like, since it's like when it's cold and everything, I really like using peppermint oil. And remember now that lavender, like I can say, oh, I want to use lavender, but remember now, all lavender, there's many different varieties of lavender. So see what kind of scents that you like, because there's lavender that comes from Bulgaria, there's lavender that comes from France, and there's lavender that comes from various different parts of the world. So you want to make sure that, and they all smell differently. So there's many different varieties of lavender. So, because sometimes I've smelled lavender that smelled kind of pungent, and then sometimes I smelled a lavender that smelled really sweet. So it just depends on what's calming and what's really nice for you. So today I am going to use, in my P&J Trading pack, I'm going to use freesia. And I'm going to use freesia with violet. Now, on to making the Bliss Balm, non-petroleum jelly. Okay, so I have a saucepan here, and it has 2 spouts on the end. I really like this because when I am pouring into a jar or something like that, it's easy to handle. But I really like the spout. I really like it. And if you don't, you could always also pour it into a glass measuring cup, and you could do it from there. But you want to make sure that it's really, it does solidify quickly. So you really want to make sure that it's not that much time in between the two. So if you could find something that had a spout, that would be great. So now I'm going to turn on the burner to kind of like a medium, not high, medium heat. So the first thing I add in is the 1.5 cups of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. So I'm making sure I get all the luscious olive oil and all the goodness out of there. So I have this on medium heat. And the reason why I do not put it on high heat, because I don't want to burn the oil. I just want to melt the beeswax. That's really what I want to do. So then after I do that, then I add in the 1.5 ounces of beeswax. And they're real tiny and small. So now I just stir, and the pan will get hot, and I'll just let it stir, and I will show you how it looks when it starts melting. Okay, it's been 2 minutes, and as you can see, it's already melting. It's just amazing how quick this melts. It's just really amazing how quick this melts. So it's already melted. It's only been 2 minutes. So now what I'm going to do, I am going to add in 10 to 15 drops of the freesia. And just remember that the more that you add in, the more essential oil that you add into this, the more it's going to be fragrant. But so if you don't want it as fragrant, you would hold back. So I'm adding in, I like a lot of oil. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, the freesia smells, it has a real floral smell to it, but it smells really good. It smells like it's very floral, and the violet smells, they really seem like they'll really accentuate each other. So I'm going to put 10 to 15 drops in there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay. Now this is stirred up. So next, we will start pouring into the jar. Okay, so now we're getting ready to pour this luscious Bliss Balm that has not a speck of petroleum jelly in it I'm using a glass jar. These are glass jars it's a glass jar, ball glass jar. This is a jar that I got from, I think my niece. And I'm just pouring that in here. You can see how it has like a very, kind of a yellowy kind of color to it. So I'm just pouring. You see how with the spout it's so easy. I want to show you how you can also add it into a lip balm consistency. So what I will do now, since it's in here, it has to cool. And you see by me using a non-stick saucepan that nothing is sticking or anything like that. So right now it is quite warm. Allow it to cool, and then once it's cool and nice and hard and everything, then now you're able to use it on your lips. You can use it on your body, your feet, your ankles, your legs, your whole body and everything, and you're ready to go. So let me know what you think about it. And again, please if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all of you so much, and that you take the time out of your day to watch my videos. So I really appreciate it. So let me know what you think. And my blog is www.bubblingwitheleganceandgrace.com. So stop by. Sometimes what I'll do is that I'll do a YouTube video, but I also will go into even more in depth on one of my posts and on my blog. So until next time, this is JT Wisdom, and Jesus loves you.